going on, everybody? It is May 18th. It is a Monday. Hope you're doing well. So some interesting Marvel rumors that I want to talk about, mostly concerning Black Panther 2. But I did want to talk about Chadwick Boseman in general, because something is going on with the dude. I had this picture pulled up here. Take a look at this. I mean, he's looking pretty slender. This is what he normally looks like. This is what he looks like now. There was also pictures of him walking around with a walking cane. Like, what is going on with this dude? This is an older one. That's not him right now. Here's another one. Like, look at this. He looks like a totally different person. Now, a lot of people are speculating maybe this is for a role, which is true. This could be for a role. You know, it's not uncommon for actors and actresses to dramatically change their body weight for roles. We've seen it several times. A really good example is Christian Bale when he was in The Machinist. He was extremely skinny, like bones sticking out of him. And then look how he looks for Batman. You know, he puts on bulk. They can do it fairly quickly because studios pay them. You know, they'll get the best trainers for them and give them the best diets. They'll pay for everything. They can change their life up completely to get ready for the role. So they can change pretty quickly, but it still takes a little bit of time. What's strange about this is the filming for Black Panther 2 is in 2021. So if this is for a role, I mean, is he going to, with everything going on right now, there's not really much time to film anything between that and when things kick up for Black Panther 2. So it's just strange. I'm kind of leaning towards something's wrong with the guy, to be honest, because this is a big change and it's really weird. And the only reason that I'm bringing this up is because it ties into what I really wanted to talk about, which is the rumor that just won't go away that Marvel's going to get rid of him as Black Panther and install his sister as the new Black Panther. It would fit the MO of what's going on with the MCU. A while ago, this came out of the fairly not the greatest website. We got this covered. Chadwick Boseman might be done with Black Panther soon due to pay dispute. It's really not that crazy. I don't imagine they pay him very much money. And considering, you know, how much money Black Panther made. I mean, that movie made a bunch of money. Did it make $1 billion or something? Made a ton of money. So naturally, if you're the star of that film, you're going to say, hey, I would like some more cash, please. You gave Robert Downey Jr. You gave Robert Downey Jr. a boatload of money. He's making the most money out of anybody in the MCU. And that's because he was Iron Man. And I'm pretty sure the fact that that movie made $1 billion gives him some leverage. But you know, Marvel probably doesn't want to pay that. That's a lot of money. So given the new direction of the MCU, they're like, hey, we'll just give the mantle to your sister. We've done it in the comics. We'll just do that. So they might get rid of him. And this is the rumor that hasn't gone away. This is back in January 23rd. It was being reported Divacity is destroying Black Panther, Chadwick Boseman unhappy. And the reason he was reported to be unhappy is because they were saying that the mantle was going to be passed to his sister, Shuri, in the movie. And then he's out. He's out, which is crazy. That seems a little weird to me, considering, I mean, he's like one of the only heavy hitters that you have left. I mean, you've gotten rid of Captain America, Iron Man, a few others. This is the only other character that's had a big draw to the theaters. I mean, Black Panther was a success. So you're going to go ahead and change it over. Now, this isn't confirmed. This is just a rumor. I want to stress that nothing here is for sure. We don't know. But the reason that I'm interested in this is because it's a rumor that won't go away. And when a rumor won't go away, that says something to me that something's going on. Something's going on with Black Panther 2. And when you look at what's going on with the MCU, which a lot of people have been roasting, calling it the MCU because of the direction. I mean, you can look at Thor, Love and Thunder, what's going on there. There's a high possibility that, well, Odin's son Thor is gone, and they're going to bring in Natalie Portman to replace him. Now, this could be speculation. We don't know that, right? But we do know she's in the movie. We do know that they're pushing to bring in, more female superheroes. And that's why I think there actually probably is something to this Black Panther 2 film. I think it's really dumb to do that, especially when you have a big hit. Like, this guy's, he's not old. He could play the role for a little while. Why would you throw that away just to push over a character that's not as tried and tested? People liked this character, and the movie was a hit. You can't say people don't like him. So why would you get rid of him? It just doesn't make much sense to me. But this rumor won't go away, and that's kind of what I'm curious about here. So after Avengers Endgame was released in 2019, Marvel fans were curious about the studio's future projects, considering that with the last Avengers film, the Marvel Cinematic Universe bid goodbye to many of its titular superheroes, including Iron Man and Black Widow. The fans didn't have to wait long, because later that same year, Kevin Feige, president of Marvel Studios, revealed details about the MCU's Phase 5 lineup. The new lineup included eagerly awaited projects like The Eternals. I don't know how many people were eagerly awaiting The Eternals, but okay. Thor, Love and Thunder, and Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And I want to point out, all of these projects have a bunch of woke garbage put in them. Thor, Love and Thunder, I don't need to speak anymore. I mean, you're bringing in Lady Thor. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I guess, is supposed to deal with racism and stuff like that. And then Eternals, people aren't really talking about the plot. They're talking about the fact that two dudes kiss or something in the film. That's going to be the big draw. That's what's going to draw people in the theaters. That's what's really going to revive the future of the MCU. Right there, everyone's just going to go just to see two dudes kiss in the movie. I'm sure that that's really going to make people happy and drive up enthusiasm for the future, the future of Marvel movies. Okay. I mean, it's pretty obvious that they're pushing this big woke direction, which I think is hilarious, especially after you've built up the most successful movie franchises probably in history. I mean, this has never really been done before, what they've done with the Marvel movies. And we're just going to throw it all away now. I'm predicting that the MCU is probably going to crash and burn, but, I could be wrong. Maybe it'll work better in the movies. I don't know. Anyway. While the lineup was announced last year, the creators did not spill any more details about the films and how they were going to take the stories forward while linking them with the past events. However, some reports now suggest that Black Panther 2 will act as the narrative transition to the Marvel Cinematic Universe's Phase 5 slate. So kind of like an Avengers movie, which means some big event will happen. Something will happen that will change the landscape of the cinematic universe. And it'll probably end up him getting taken out and her picking up the mantle. And that would go into Phase 5. I don't know how they would do that. If it would happen at the end of the movie or at the end of the credits. I don't know. But it's a pretty bold move. I got to say. A pretty woke one as well. So, I mean, the big rumor that's also been floating around is that they want to do A-Force. If you don't know what that is, it's basically an all-female superhero team. It's really weird. It works better in the comics. For the movies, it kind of doesn't work as well because it's like, well, where is everybody else? Why are just the women jumping up to fight things? However, one way you could do it naturally is if you just get rid of everybody and all of the main players are women anyway. Then you can just, call it Avengers and the A Avengers maybe. I don't know. But it does seem like they're pushing to that direction. And we have She-Hulk, Jane Thor now, Shuri, Black Panther, and so on and so on. So, you could probably do it. And I just wonder, do they think that that's going to put, do they really think that's what's going to put butts in the seats? It's kind of hilarious. So, anyway, it's been speculated that T'Challa might end up passing the torch to Shuri, who will take up the hero's responsibilities. Cheat Sheet reported this means that Shuri will take over for T'Challa as the Black Panther in the next installment. And this way, the creators will successfully introduce another female lead superhero in the MCU. It is also possible that Storm might end up being one of the first mutants to appear in Black Panther 2. This connection will lead to an X-Men movie. I don't know. if that's necessarily true. They've been saying they're just going to throw X-Men around. I saw another report today that they're going to do the Ultimate Universe mutants, which means that they're government created. We'll see what happens. But this rumor won't go away. People keep reporting on it. People keep talking about it, which leads me to think there's something to it. Now, this could all be speculation and, studio games to get him to lower his price. I mean, that's a thing too. Marvel and Sony were doing it with Spider-Man when they were going back and forth saying, oh, well, they're, leaking it's over. This could be Marvel leaking stuff to put pressure on him to sign up for less money and so on and so on. So there's all kinds of things going on here. But given that the way the future of the MCU has been painted, I don't doubt that there's probably something here and that they really are considering using her as a replacement. We'll see, but I'm definitely interested in this. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about all this. I'd like to hear your thoughts. What do you think? Do you think they'll replace him? I don't know. I'd like to hear what you think. Also, if you would, share the video, throw a like up. Make sure you're still subscribed. Subscribe if you're new. Hit that notification bell, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out. Also, take a moment, make sure you're still subscribed to the channel. There's something going on right now, and they've been unsubscribing people. So just take a second and double check on that, and subscribe if you're new.